The following story has been brought to you by StoriesToInspire.org.
Rachmastrivka Rebbe in Yerushalayim had a special sukkah. The sukkah, to make a long story short, was schlepped from Europe. 7 boards. Schlepped from Europe. One of the Friedrich Chernobyl Rebbe's made it. He was an artist, and he put certain shemais into the walls with pictures. There were 7 walls: Avram, Yitzchak, Yaakov, Moshe, Aaron, Yosef, David, and it had on it the Spizen, and it's a miraculous sukkah. When he put it up, when he schlepped the board, the Arabs were laughing at him when he unloaded it from the port in Jaffa. They schlepped boards from Europe. When he set up the sukkah in Yerushalayim, all of Yerushalayim came to see it. Rabbi Shmuel Salant couldn't see him; it was a sagi nor. Rabbi Shmuel Salant came to Yerushalayim because he had tuberculosis. Doctor said you only have a year to live. Maybe in Yerushalayim you'll have 2 years. So he came, he had like another 80 years in Yerushalayim. But now he was a sagi nor. And he started sniffing, smelled. He said he felt the ruach the kedusha. He came to that sukkah. He said there was the Rit al-Ghazi. The Rit al-Ghazi was a big makubal. He came with all his talmidim. The hours and hours they spent on the shemas. It was a sukkah. Anyway, to make a long story short, 1 year the sukkah's gone. Regular sukkah. Rebbe, what happened to the sukkah? I'm not saying it. Rebbe, where's the sukkah? Where'd it go? Someone stole it. That sukkah had a regular boards. No one knew what the score was. 13 years later, Svar the Shayid got up there. He's making bar mitzvah for his son. He invited all the chassidim from Yerushalayim. Wasn't such a big crowd in those days. He said to them, I'm going to answer you a kasha that you had 13 years ago. He said there was a terrible typhus epidemic. People were dying. Children were dying. The doctor said when my newborn baby had it, the only thing that could possibly cure him is hot baths. It's easier said than done because they didn't have hot water coming out of a faucet. There was no such thing. I heard from Rabelsky's father that when he came to Radin the first time, so they showed him that's the pump. You get the water out. He said, hot water or cold water? They laughed at him and said, what? Hot water? He said, in America, hot water comes out of faucets? He said, yeah. One of them said, yeah, what else? Milk, juice? Like they thought he was taunting them. They didn't have hot water faucets in Yerushalayim. And so the only way to get hot water was to burn wood. But the Turkish government confiscated all the woods for the soldiers. There was no wood, and all Yerushalayim people were freezing to death. The babies died. They died. Too bad. So this man came running to the Rebbe. He said, the only thing that could save my baby is wood, and the Turkish government confiscated all the wood. And what do? He was crying. The Rachmastrivka Rebbe said, I have an idea. And he ran down secretly and gave him these 7 boards. He peeled off the shemos, and he gave him the boards to burn. And he stood there with him, cutting it up, burning it so the baby can have the hot baths. So he said to him, if you want to know why there's a bar mitzvah tonight, it's because the Rebbe gave away the sukkah. Okay. When did that sukkah reach its tachlis? When did that sukkah reach its purpose in creation? When it had all the shemos? When the biggest mekabalim in Yerushalayim came to learn in it? Or when it said now that the Ratzon Hashem is it should burn up to give a little baby a life? When does sukkahs reach its shleimus? When does a person reach the makar of simcha? It's at that moment you want to throw in the towel and scream and you say, Bayrek Alelamim. It hurts now because I'm not such a big Baal B'tachin. But deep in my heart, I know you're guiding me. You're not destroying me. And that is the key to simcha. And that's the makar of the Anani Yakavah. That's the makar of Simchas Yamtiv. It's the makar of the Simchas Beis HaSheva, of the water that goes back down in the earth, that creates us, that it recreates us into a Beria Chadasha and into Siyata D'Shmaya. Not only are we Zaycha to Simcha ourselves, but we can be a conduit of Simcha to be Meshpiyah to others if we handle the Nesyanis of these days correct.
Enjoyed this story? Come again. Bring a friend. StoriesToInspire.org